Okay. It was tough. It was tough getting this to work this time. It's live stream nonsense. All right. Dang. Struggle. Struggle bus. Live chat. Talk chat. Okay. Oh, hi. There are people here. Woohoo. Oh, thank you so much for clicking thumbs up. So yeah, I've never done this before where I did a live stream and I let people, hello unknown. I never did a live stream. Can everyone hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. We'll make sure that everything is functioning correctly. Hi Enid. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. So I'm going to do a pick a card, but I'm going to let you all choose the topic, which I've never done before, like this in a live. I'm not even sure if I've done a pick a card live. I may have done that, but to let you all choose the topic, that's new. And I had this light. I don't know if the light is helping or if it's glaring or what. This is what it looks like with the light off. This is with the light on. I don't think there's a huge difference. Light on, light off. I think I might just leave it off because it's just getting in my eyes. And now I don't see the chat anymore. Okay, here. All right, thank you so much, guys, for letting me know you can hear me. So if you all have an idea for what you would want the pick a card reading to be about, let me know. And something else I'm doing that I've never done in a live that I can remember anyway is I'm going to be eating my dinner at least, I hope that's not annoying, but I'm hungry. It's kind of nice to eat with people. Now I understand why people do that on, it's like the feeling of eating with people when you're, yeah, we may not physically be together. But I would like it to be love related, like will you find long-term love? And Chahat says, why are you so confused about this particular situation? So we've got two, and I assume, Chahat, you're talking about a love situation. So that looks like two that are in the kind of romance vein. You could probably do something that basically gives both of you the answer that you're looking for. Why are you so confused? Girl, I get confused. So I get that. And Gallery says spiritual journey. So we'll let people weigh in. I'm going to eat a little bit of something. I'll try to not be annoying while I'm eating, but I'm hungry. I got Chinese food, which means that each of the readings will get a fortune cookie. So I've been talking to someone for a while now. Just FYI. I also just sent him a link to my channel and told him that I was going to be live streaming. I don't know if he'll come. Like, I didn't give him much notice, for one thing. But anyway, I got crab rangoon and crab salad, or seafood salad, which, of course, as we all know, this is not real crab, but I love this stuff. I've been doing a keto diet, but I've lost 40 pounds this year from keto. Last year I lost 30 pounds. My total weight loss, by the way, I posted a little bit on community posts before about weight loss, but at my highest weight, thank you, at my highest weight I was 448 pounds. And now I weighed in today and I'm 253.8. So I'm getting close to having lost 200 pounds total from my highest weight. And I did get weight loss surgery in 2017, and that accounted for a little over 100 pounds of the weight loss. And then I gained some of that back, and then I started doing keto a couple years ago. So yeah, last year I lost 30 pounds doing keto. This year, another 40 pounds. And right now I'm taking a break from keto because I felt like it was causing me to eat too little, like I was having too much of a calorie deficit. And I also want to focus on building muscle. So, because my weight loss was starting to slow down on the keto as well. And it was just like I'm just eating too little. I had no appetite, which is a good in a way. But, yeah, so I'm like, if I build muscle now, so I'm working on doing strength training exercise. If I build muscle now, then the next time I go through keto, you know, I'll be back to losing weight more rapidly. Or that's the thought process, you know, like, because more muscle burns more calories and yada yada. So I still eat reasonably. I've been kind of like keeping track of my calories just to make sure that I'd maintain my weight, and I have been. In fact, today when I weighed in, I'd lost like a pound and a quarter or something, which I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm okay with losing a pound and a quarter, but I'm just really trying to maintain, which I'm proud of, even that, you know. Like, I don't know if any of you all watching have struggles with your weight, you know, weight gain and stuff like that, but sometimes just maintaining, you know, is a win. But someone asked me a question here, and I do want to. Unknown said, how did you meet the person you're talking to? I met him on Tinder. I think in April I got on Tinder. And I don't know. So we've been talking for a while, like. But I don't know where it's going. Like, you know, but I will say that I like him a lot, but like he streams as well, and he said in one of his streams lately that he's going to be that he is keeping his options open, which is kind of what I figured anyway. And I feel like this has been such an emotional journey for me. I mean, I'm kind of glad that he is open about it. He's not trying to like pretend. But like I am so tender-hearted. It's just been like a lot of emotions for me through this whole process. But like he hasn't given up on me, and there have been times when like, you know, I get to be kind of difficult to deal with. And like, I kind of, you know, felt like just giving up a few times, but anyway. All right, so we've gotten a suggestion. Oh, Dr. Fatima, I also started a low-carb diet a year ago and lost 25 kilos, but I'm trying to maintain it because, well, it makes the chat go away. I'm trying to read it and it disappears. Because I'm feeling a little overwhelmed lately. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot to be trying to like lose weight when you've got so much else going on. That is very true. I can definitely relate to that. So I'm going to give a little bit longer for people to chime in regarding the topic, but Someone had mentioned being confused, like, why are you confused about this romantic situation? And someone else said just like generally they wanted it to be about our, topic. And then we have someone voting for spiritual journey, which so far that's, maybe I'll do another live stream soon. If we don't get other people wanting that in this one, maybe I'll do another live stream soon. Okay, will you find long-term love, and why are you confused about this situation are the two romantic topics. I wonder if there's a way we could combine those. I don't know if we get creative. I'm hungry. So I got I got Chinese food, like I said, but I got my drink at Wendy's because right now they have any size drink for $1, which is not usual for Wendy's. And Wendy's has some unique flavors of soda. I unfortunately love to drink soda, but they have Mellow Yellow Zero. So like 0-calorie Mellow Yellow, which I think actually is probably my favorite soda. But it's hard to find, like even in the store you can't find it, but Wendy's has it, and now for just $1. It's a good deal. Somebody else said something here. I'm starting to feel hopeless, like I'll never find the right man. Yeah. I mean, I do a lot of tarot readings. Most of them are on this website or app called Keen.com, Keen.com, and then people also order from my website. But I mean, a lot of people feel that way. So I don't know if that makes you feel better or not, but I'm just saying, like, it is a common experience for people to feel like they're never going to find the right one. Like, for me, I am so introverted, and especially at this point in my life, I've gotten like more and more and more introverted. So it's like, to be with someone, I want the companionship, but like, yeah, it really has to be the right person. And also, I'm just so emotionally sensitive. Okay. Does anyone else play this game called Hogwarts Mystery? It's like this Harry Potter. It's in the Harry Potter verse, the Harry Potter universe. But you get to play a character that gets into shenanigans, kind of like Harry Potter. Anyway, I just got a notification from the game that my energy is full. So when I'm done live streaming, I'll have to go back and play the game. Usually I'm just waiting like throughout the day for my energy to get full. Then the energy gets full, and it takes like such a short amount of time to use the energy. Anyway, okay, so we're definitely going to do a romantic topic in this pick a card. And now in the thumbnail photo, I did put the 3 decks, and I'll hold them up here in a moment for option 1, option 2, and option 3. So it's a sort of choose your deck, and then I've got a fortune cookie laid out on top of each of the decks. They're up on my card dashboard. Dr. Fatima says, I think sometimes, what are you saying? Concentrating on spirituality makes it more complicated to find love in real life. Maybe we need to have roots and be more extroverts. Well, I don't think you can force an introvert to be an extrovert. I tried to do that in my 20s, and it just led to a lot of social anxiety. So I don't know. That's just my personal take on it. But I mean, anyone can kind of like make themselves be a bit more extroverted, I guess. Um, but yeah, I think a lot of spiritual people, especially people who watch these tarot channels, I don't know why the viewership went down right when I'm getting ready to start the actual pick a card. Maybe I should just do live streams where I babble. Is that more interesting? But I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I think a lot of people are, yeah, like more psychically sensitive or emotionally sensitive. And like we can have like a full on emotional experience with someone with limited contact. Like I've just noticed that about the tarot viewing community, or just the tarot community in general. So yeah, it makes it a little bit more difficult, I think, to like ground it a romantic connection and like really make it materialize. But okay, so help me guys try to figure out how to put, if there's a way to put these two topics together, or if we have someone who wants to vote for one of them so that we know which one has more momentum. But one person was saying, why am I confused about this romantic connection? And then, will you find long-term love? Got a car out here next to me playing some country music, so you might have that going on in the background. I don't know how long that will last. Will I find long-term love? So, any ideas, guys? I feel like I do a lot of readings that are kind of in the vein of why am I confused, or at the very least my topics are a lot about bringing clarity to the situation. So maybe it's something that's more geared toward the other question, which was, am I going to find true love? A vote for the long-term question. Okay, there we go. Am I going to find long-term love? Should we do it with a particular person or just in general? I think, well, that was the question. Long-term love. Okay, I might start live streaming more, and that way, like other topics that people have mentioned, we can do in other videos, because this is kind of fun. So will I find long-term love? Okay, in general. So we have a vote for in general from Enid. All right. So this is going to be deck 1 is the Rider-Waite-Smith, which, by the way, has the World card on the bottom. That's just what happened to be there. Option number 2 for this pick a card reading is the Six of Swords. This is from the Cosmic Tarot deck, and it has the Six of Swords on the bottom, and they each have a fortune cookie. We'll open that up, and the fortune cookie will help answer the question as well, or give us some sort of insight. Option number 3 is the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot deck, and it has the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So, but you never know, guys. Don't read too much into that card, because you never know. It could just be your spirit guides trying to put a little carrot, dangle that carrot in front of you. So anyway, number 1, number 2, number 3, tune in and see. And you know, once this stream has uploaded, which usually it takes a while for it to upload, I'll go back in and put in timestamps for people who are watching it in the future after the stream has happened. But for everyone else, obviously, we're going to be doing this in real time. So starting with group 1, you chose the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot with the World card on the bottom. Great card. Actually, they all had pretty positive cards on the bottom of the deck. I'm going to be taking a sip of my Mellow Yellow Zero here. All right. I'm going to shuffle a little bit, and then we'll start actually with opening the fortune cookie, but I'm going to shuffle first. So will I ever find long-term love? Again, or, you know, like, because some of you may have had long-term relationships, but like lasting love. Will I find lasting long-term love? Will I find lasting love? Group 1. Will I find lasting love? Group 1 wants to know if they will find a lasting love. All right, and then I have a fortune cookie. Let's see what your fortune says. This is nice. It says, to be joyful is to find happiness in the simple pleasures of life. To be joyful is to find happiness in the simple pleasures of life. So we'll see how that plays in, but I would say it kind of means like, if you do, it makes me feel like you'll find someone that you can enjoy the simple pleasures of life, which sounds pretty good to me. That's all I want at this point. All right, group 1. Let's see what the answer is. I'm going to do a yes or no spread. I'll hold the cards up, but I'm going to pull 3 cards. Okay, thank God we got a yes, because that would suck to give a no, but that could be the answer, you know, and maybe if so, like, we would find more about it. So we have 2 cards upright and 1 card reversed, so that gives us more of a yes. Most cards upright is a yes to me. So we have the Empress card. Great. We have the Ten of Swords, and we have the Page of Cups reversed. So I think that you will, and I mean, also the Empress card, well, this is a yes, so yes, you will find lasting love. The Empress card is also that card of simple pleasures, because this is Venus, even has the Venus sign here on the card, and it goes back to that fortune cookie message. I feel like finding someone, you know, there are 2 repeating numbers on the back, on the lucky numbers. There's 11 and 55. And 11, of course, is a very spiritual number to a lot of people. And then 55 is sort of like lots of changes and upheaval. And that's what what this Ten of Swords makes me mean or think. It's like you'll have, yes, you will have that, but either the path to get there and or the relationship itself will have kind of a lot of upheavals, or like moments that are kind of difficult, or maybe even deplete your energy. But it's almost like, to me, so that you can enjoy the good parts of it more, right? Like, we have to have a little rain. In order to have a rainbow, we have to have a little rain. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. And I think that there is a lot of emotional growth to be done, you know, maybe on your part, maybe on their part, probably both. Because the Page of Cups in reverse is someone who probably has a lot of inner child wounds, especially because we got the Ten of Swords coming up next to it. So I feel like, in a nutshell, the universe is saying, yes, you will be loved, you will be cherished, and you will have grounded, you know, support. Like, this is like, you know, it's Venus, so it's like Taurus energy, it's Libra energy, but it's like very grounded to the material plane. Like, you'll have stability. You'll have stability in your romantic life and endurance that will make it all worth it. You know, like the difficulties that you've been through along the way, it will make it worth it. Okay. I mean, so that's, I mean, we're asking a yes or no question. And we got a yes with a little more details, but let's get some more advice from your spirit guides, or just see like, maybe we'll ask, what's this person going to be like, or what do we need to know about the relationship itself, you and this person? And I get the Queen of Wands reversed as you, the Chariot as the central energy, and the Three of Wands reversed as them. So first of all, I think you and this person do have quite a bit in common, because you have both have Wands energy in reverse. And I almost get like you have more potential than you can make use of. Both of you are that type of person. Like, you might be great at brainstorming, you're coming up with great ideas all the time, but it's like there's only so much time in the day to get things done. And also it's like you might be really good at something, but maybe you haven't connected to the right opportunities, right? Like maybe you write novels, but like you just haven't found the right publisher or something. Like, because the Wands energy are people who are adventurous, are talented, people who are willing to put themselves out there and take risks. And yeah, because so I think you both have like so much potential, but so much potential that isn't fully recognized. And you come together and I think help to sort of balance each other out when it comes to that. Like maybe, yeah, help each other to be successful, because it's like, I know I should be so much more successful than I am, is kind of the energy that both of you have. And like, it's like the love that you give each other fuels your ability to go out there and like claim your glory, sort of, you know? Anything else about this relationship, stuff that we need to know? I feel for you, group 1, this relationship is going to help you to break through a lot of insecurities you may have with the Eight of Swords reversed, or, you know, just mental blockages that you've got when it comes to allowing yourself to be loved, or even like preset ideas of how a relationship should be, because we have the Six of Pentacles reversed. So it's like this relationship might really change your idea of how give and take works in a relationship in a way that actually works more for you. It's like that could be part of what's been blocking you so far, is that maybe you're trying to model your particular relationship that you're seeking after what you see in the movies, or after, you know, you just have some sort of fairy tale idea of what a happy couple, or even after your parents, or just the couples that you see around you. Well, maybe that's not what you need, right? Maybe that's not how you and your partner are going to thrive. I feel like it isn't. If there's something that's going to be a little bit different about the give and take, the two of you are going to have to do things in your own way. I will say that this person that you're with, they know what they want out of life, and they're not afraid to ask for it. And I think that it may cause, it's like this relationship both heals some of your insecurities with the Eight of Swords reversed and the Six of Pentacles reversed, but it also could be sort of triggering some of your insecurities too, where you start to wonder, like, am I giving too much? Am I not giving enough? It's like you're finding that balance, you know? It's like I want to picture you like on a surfboard, like, or one of those, what are they called? Not the surfboards, but the things you kind of stand on and paddle, a paddle board. And like you're on the ocean, and it's like you have to get your balance here, because you're trying to figure out, like, how much do I give? How much do I receive? And like it will trigger your insecurities, but it triggers them, I think, in order to heal them. It's almost like I'm getting acupuncture as a metaphor. I've actually never had acupuncture. Let me know if you have, but like, I'm assuming it stings a little bit, right? But it stings because it has to access your energy meridians, I think. And so the purpose is a healing purpose. But this person knowing what they want and not being afraid to ask is a blessing, but sometimes it may feel a little bit like a curse because it is going to trigger, you know, they're not shy about saying, well, I want this, that, and the other. So hopefully that makes sense. It's going to trigger you, but also heal your insecurities because you're going to learn more about what actually feels like love. What is love for you in terms of that exchange, that Six of Pentacles, you know, exchange between two partners. Yeah, and I feel like you are going to find that this is just the right person for you. With the Four of Wands, they just, I feel like they bring out the best side of you. They bring out the side of you, like the two of you are so proud to be together. Like you're such the happy couple, and you find stability together. Yeah, but you have to do it differently than other people do it. Your all's approach, I'm seeing 7 people in the room and 7 thumbs up, so 7, 7. I don't know, it's like a spiritual lesson almost, this relationship is, and then this is the 7 card. You're lucky to find this person because they're going to change you in a very healing way. Because the two of you are like, no, we're not going to do it like other couples do because that's not what makes us happy. Final message of guidance and support for group 1s. We have the 8 of Wands. I think that this is telling you, like, you're going to, in your journey to find this person and cultivate this relationship that's going to happen, be honest. Like, open up and share your actual thoughts and feelings, and trust that this person cares, because the person that you're going to end up with, they're not going to be scared away by you opening up. You don't have to like clam up. But at the same time, like, if you don't want to talk about something, then that's okay too. Like, it's kind of like being in tune with what you really want to express. True expression doesn't mean just always blathering off your honesty. Sometimes true expression means, I want to sit with this for a while, not because I'm afraid that I won't be accepted, but because some emotions I might want to keep to myself, right? The King of Cups understands that emotional wisdom. So in any case, I feel like this combination of cards is giving you the guidance of, like, learn to communicate truthfully from your heart in a way that feels emotionally secure to you, which means you'll open up when you want to open up, and sometimes you might pull back and not share because that's what feels right. But it's your communication style in romantic connections should suit your own emotional security. If you need to get it off your chest, get it off your chest. If you need to keep it to yourself, keep it to yourself. Okay, final card for group 1. Yeah. We have the Ace of Wands, so I feel like don't be afraid to go for it. Don't be afraid to make the first move. Right? Yeah. Like, if you like someone, like, why not just go for it? Okay, so I think that's pretty much what we've got for group 1. So we're going to move on here to group 2. Let's see if anyone was saying anything. Okay, so we got... That was a very loud truck. So Unknown was asking about timing for the relationship. So group 1, let's look and see. Just pull one card for timing. So we get the Knight of Swords. So to me that feels like probably will be fairly soon. Probably will be fairly soon, but I feel like these are both cards about being open-minded as well. So I would say don't get attached. So it is fairly soon, but that doesn't mean you should get attached to thinking like, oh, I bet it's such and such person that I'm already familiar with. There's a benefit to kind of being open. Yeah, to being open and authentic in allowing this to happen, allowing this person to come in. I think some of you might have, because this is coming in soon, some of you might have some insights into who this person is, but you're still being asked to remain open-minded about it. Expect the best. Expect the best. So positive expectations. Yeah, have positive expectations, basically. Open yourself up and have positive expectations. But I would say it's happening fairly soon. And when I say fairly soon, to me, I'm feeling 3 months. You know that there are a lot of people watching this. So there could be something especially momentous that happens within the next 3 months. We're in October now, so November, December, January. We're 3 months from whenever you're watching this, if someone is watching this down the road. But yeah, I think that's everything for group 1. And I'm going to eat a little bit of something else again. I'm so hungry. I don't know why. I'm not usually hungry like this. So we're going to get into group 2 here in a minute. Hello, Rach. We're going to start group 2 in just a bit. I'm going to... It's good that I'm taking a break because someone just started their engine and it's pretty loud. Why am I so hungry? I feel famished. So while we have this break, how's everybody doing? What's going on with you guys? Anything new, momentous, anxiety-inducing, terrifying? This is not a paid sponsorship, but I'll just share that this is the second flower elixir I've gotten from this company, Lotus Way. It doesn't really... Lotuswei is the name of the company. If you want to look it up, they've got a website. But I just recently got this True Strength flower elixir, which has a few different things in it. Has anyone ever used flower essences for healing? This is a flower essence blend, actually. It has pink torch ginger essence, redwood tree essence, horsetail flower essence, strawberry blossom flower essence, yarrow flower essence, and lotus flower essence, and Malaya garnet gem essence. Actually, I didn't know that part until just now. I'm going to take some of that. I was guided, you know, since 2018, I've had different spirit guides come to me. I believed in spirit guides before then. I'm going to get to your comment here in a moment, Rach, because I see that you left a comment. I have different spirit guides. The first spirit guide who made me aware of who they were was Anubis. And at this time, I didn't even believe in gods and goddesses. I thought those were just mythological figures. So that was a bit of a surprise. And I've just had different ways for different spirit guides to make me aware of who they are. And last year, 2023, Blue Tara, who's she's connected to both Hindu and Buddhist traditions, but you're probably more familiar with Green Tara, because until I started getting signs from her and like piecing it together, like I hadn't heard of Blue Tara. I'd heard of Green Tara and I think White Tara, but the goddess Tara, she presents herself in these different colors, I guess, and the different colors of how she presents. I don't know if there's a technical word for this, but have kind of a different energy. But Blue Tara is about really helping you to work through your fears. And I thought I had a fear of success, but she guided me to this specific essence to take from this website. I'd never come across this website before, but I was trying to search for what Blue Tara was leading me to. And it was this blue Sirius flower essence. This one wasn't a blend, it was just the night blooming Sirius, rather. Night blooming Sirius, which is a bloom from a particular cactus. And I thought I had a fear of success. I wanted to start selling my own potions. And I thought I was afraid of success. But like Blue Tara understood, like she will take you through, she's going to hold your hand through the process. But like what I found out is that in order to really face your fears, in order to really overcome your fears, you have to face your fears. And sometimes what you're most afraid of isn't really what is on your mind. So like a fear of success about marketing potions was like Blue Tara knew there was more. You know, there was a lot of stuff about my family. There was fear of financial insecurity. So I started taking this Night Blooming Sirius in October of last year. And by the end of November, I did not have an apartment to live in. So I went through this process. I lived with my aunt and uncle who raised me growing up for the month of December, which brought back a lot of not great memories. Like, it was never a great situation, and had a lot of realizations about my sister, major betrayals by multiple family members. And by March of this year, I was living in my car. So that, I mean, like, I had my own potion that I've made, or if you want to go to Lotus Way and try the Night Blooming Sirius. But I'm just like telling you my situation. Like, God really changed my life. I still believe in God, you know, like God doesn't specifically have to be Christian. Like, it got lots of religions. Well, every major religion believes in God, right? But, and we're all a part of God. but it's made my health better. It's made me understand more what I really need out of life, what I really want out of life. So, but anyway, we're coming up on a year of me using that one, and I was drawn to, this is only the second one I've gotten from this company, but this one is called True Strength. Now, I feel like I found a lot of strength from this last year, but I'm getting ready, I think, to come through a cycle of things changing. Like, I've got things, I don't want to talk about it too much, because you know how when people say, like, if you're trying to manifest something, sometimes it's better to just keep it to yourself for various reasons. I'm living a good life, Aurelia. Thank you. But I do appreciate that, because it has been at moments really terrifying. Like, it's devastating to lose so much and to experience so much betrayal, but like, it has made me a stronger person in the end. And anyway, I think I'm actually coming out of it like in a better situation. Like, it is leading me to something better. So, got something good on the horizon. But anyway, I just thought I would share that, because I needed to take it for one thing. Thank you. I appreciate that. I like feeling safe. Okay. So we're going to get into group 2. I just put a piece of hard candy in my mouth. This is horehound. I know it has a funny name, but it's some kind of herb that's been made into candy. My papa, aka my grandfather, he loved to eat horehound candy. It was like a Christmas tradition for him. Like, he grew up at a time when to get any kind of candy was special. It wasn't easy to come by, so you start to think that you're a king, you know. When you get older and you can get a whole big box of horehound candy every year. Anyway, I just came across horehound candy at this store recently, and I guess partly out of nostalgia I bought that. It reminds me of my papa. Also, horehound candy does taste good. It's an interesting, maybe like a halfway between like sassafras and molasses. It's a little bit of a molassesy flavor, I would say. More than sassafras, but maybe somewhere between those two. Alright, we're getting into group 2. You do this so that when I go back and timestamp it, I can see that I'm doing this. Make it a little easier for me. Can you all hear me okay? There's an engine next to us. Okay, so group 2, we're asking again. The question is, get new energy in our hands, in my hands. Are you going to find lasting love? We'll see what your fortune cookie says, first of all. Laugh at yourself. It's liberating. Laugh at yourself. It's liberating. So, let's see how that ties in. I feel like I feel like you need to find someone you can laugh with. For one thing, laugh at yourself. It's liberating. That's true. Alright, is group 2 going to find lasting love? Let's see. It takes away the live chat. I have to click on it to see if anyone's typing anything. But thank you to the 10 people watching right now. Okay, group 2, are you going to find lasting love? Thank God we got another yes. Okay, so I did my pull 3-card yes or no spread. 2 cards are upright, just like in group 1. So most cards upright means yes. All right. Woo. All right, so we've got a yes, first of all. So let's break it down here. Laugh at yourself, it's liberating. Well, I feel like you're going to find someone who you can laugh with and also who there's a lot of liberation with. Like, there's a lot of freedom here. We have the King of Wands and also the Nine of Pentacles, and then the Eight of Cups in reverse, which we'll get to in a moment. But let's just focus on these two because these are both people who like to be free to be sort of autonomous. You know, being autonomous is a certain type of freedom. It's the freedom to approach life the way that you want. You know, if you have a job or a career or your own business or whatever, autonomy is your ability to make the decisions and say, this is my priority today. So both of these people, you know, regardless of their career or financial situation, they're people who like to have that autonomy of saying, today I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this with my life. Not just today, but like in general, like I get to set the priorities. I get to set the goals. I get to decide what I'm going to manifest. I get to decide what's important to me. That's the thing that is in common about these two. And so I think that you're going to be a part of a couple where you both share that in common. And it works for the relationship. So I feel that part of the fortune about laughing at yourself, I kind of feel at the same time both of you are going to have to learn to laugh at yourselves a little bit because there is a little bit of ego or something coming through where it's like, you know, we can get so focused on that, like I get to decide, where it can make us a little bit rigid or something. So I feel like at some moments the two of you will have to find the levity in the situation when we have two kind of stubborn, hard-nosed people wanting to do it their way. I mean, it's part of what draws you together because you understand that in each other. You understand how important it is in your lives, just in general, in terms of like your hobbies, your goals that you're pursuing, etc. Like, because we're not just our relationship, right? Like, we're whole people, so there's a lot going on in our lives. And you each appreciate each other's verve, each other's, like, capacity to, you know, chart your own course in life, to create your own destiny. You're that type of people. But also, when I ask about the levity, I get the Five of Pentacles. And that's what makes me think it's like, you know, sometimes this same thing that draws you together and that is such a strength is also something where it's like it can be a detriment in a way, and the best medicine for that is laughter. For the two of you to learn to not take things so seriously all the time. And also it's almost like being able to laugh and accept imperfection as well, because I do feel like you are both perfectionists a bit as well and always want to win. It's like win, 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 win. I always want to come out on top, you know, always want to be the best. Sometimes you're not coming out on top, sometimes you're not the best, and that's okay. I feel like the two of you will cheer each other on a lot. You know, like you'll both be really proud of each other though as well. And part of the ego struggle might be where like person A might be doing better at a certain time in fulfilling their goals, and then another time person B might be. And I think that that doesn't really bother the two of you as much, because even though you're very proud people and like sort of really focused on accomplishments and being in charge of your own destiny, etc., like I've already said, you really do root each other on. Like you're each other's best cheerleader. it's giving me the metaphor, like, you know, when Hollywood stars are in a relationship together and they have to go to each other's movie openings. Like, you're the couple who genuinely would be supportive of each other in that type of situation. And but at the same time, it's not an easy situation to be in, right? I think that both of you, I do sense also there could be struggles with jealousy in this relationship, because both of you are very attractive people. And because you're so dynamic and willing to put yourself out there, that makes you both are very confident. And confidence draws a lot of attention. And, you know, for any couple, that's going to be a bit of a difficulty. Okay, and what about this Eight of Cups reversed? I don't want to totally skip over that. So we got that it was a yes, you would find long-term love. Oh, I think this is a group in particular. We were talking about this earlier, I think in just the intro. Someone was saying in the chat, they've gotten to the point of thinking, I'll never find the one. I kind of feel like this is maybe a situation that both of you may have both just kind of gotten to that before you met each other, almost, or something. What is this Eight of Cups telling us? It's almost like you'd gotten to the point of giving up, and then you both were like kind of at the same time flipped a switch, and you're like, you know what, I'll just try one more time. I'll put myself out there one more time and we'll see what happens. And like, you win the romantic lottery. Like, it worked. Isn't this interesting? Like, I was clarifying this. We get the Princess of Swords and the Prince of Swords. It's like, you probably, neither of you really expected much when you both decided, like, well, I guess I'll put myself back out there one last time before I totally give up. Who knows what could happen, right? Like, there's this feeling of like skepticism, like, well, this isn't going to work. I've tried dating before, I've tried meeting people, I've tried blah, blah, blah. But I'll try one more time before I hang up my hat. And it just works. That's when you'll find the person. So I think for you all, that is the timing. So I'm not going to pull a specific timing because I feel like it's more like a circumstantial. These are the circumstances. It's that time when you're like, well, I'll give it one last shot. All right, what advice do we have for group 2? Trying to understand the advice. Got a lot of cards coming out. I think that what's being said here is that you and this person I think you're really going to open each other's hearts in a way that nobody else has ever done before. And I think also that both of you I know people say this a lot, but it's like, I feel like this process gets both of you more in touch with your inner child, or it heals those inner child wounds in ways that you didn't even know needed to be healed or something. I also feel like if this had been a person that you had met when you were little kids, like it would have been like that puppy love where, you know, like some people just get lucky and they meet the love of their life when they're a kid and they get together and they stay together. Like it's rare, right? But like if the two of you had met when you were little kids, like, because I'm getting two princesses, which are like the pages in this deck, and regardless of your gender, because, but that's just how it's coming through, like Six of Wands and the Moon, and then we have this plethora of other cards. It's like, I feel like the two of you would have been that happy couple who, like, met when they were, if you had met when you were young, you just would have known from the beginning. I kind of feel like there might be something like that when you do meet, though, because I think you're not meeting when you're kids, you're meeting in adulthood after you've been through the ringer in love and gotten to the point of almost giving up or thinking it just doesn't work. But it's like when you meet, there is a feeling almost of, you know that the emotions are there. Like the emotions are telling you something. Because we have a lot of love. Like there's just a lot of love. Aww. Oh, Rachel, I forgot to respond to your thing before because I think I got sidetracked. I was telling my story. Yeah, I mean, well, basically I've come to the end of group 2. So, but yeah, when you and this person meet, there's something undeniable. It may not be that same level of innocence as when you were children, because by this point, like, you've both been through a lot, but, and I also feel like maybe both of you will need to take your time even when you do find each other, but there's something about the emotions you'll feel that you're just like, okay, there's something different about this. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad, but like this person has an emotional impact even when you first meet them. All right. So Rach said earlier, dating is always anxiety inducing for me, but I'm getting better at seeing when I'm not being true to myself and course correcting. That's good. I think that is something that I'm getting better at as well. Course correcting and just like taking time when I need time to process my emotions and stuff. Yeah. And like being given time to, like times when I would just wanted to like say that it's all over. Someone else being able to see that maybe I just needed a little bit of time. So that was nice. All right. Well, thank you for sharing. Yeah, because I was asking earlier, like, what are people going through? Anything new, anything life-changing, anything anxiety-inducing? And Rach was sharing her anxiety-inducing experience. It's very peaceful. This is a good place to stream because it has, yeah, it has all 5 bars of signal up here. And it's kind of serene, although occasionally there's a loud engine. There's like a dog park over here. But you can see the beautiful sky. And occasionally you can see people walking or driving past. Good lighting. Like I was showing you all earlier, there is a light attached to this phone stand that I'm using. which I've got myself crooked right now. But when I turn it on, like, yeah, it just like glares in my glasses. I guess if I looked this way, is that better lighting? I don't think so. I don't think it's enough of an improvement to use it. Divine timing, yeah. Yeah. Life is rough sometimes. Life will really put you through the ringer, but I think sometimes we have to go through that, though, like I was saying earlier in, I think, group 1. My hair looks weird. In the Hogwarts mystery game that I'm playing, if anyone else plays it, my little character person has hair like just like mine. And glasses that are pretty similar. Okay. I think I interrupted myself there, and now I don't even know what I was saying. I don't know what time it is. 6:13. So not too late. Alright, we're going to get into group 3 here. Yeah, I was just saying, like, life is tough, but I guess sometimes it has to be in order for us to learn to be more appreciative. Like, life kind of has to drop you on your head sometimes. I'm at the point where I can be grateful for my hardship. I mean, some days are still hard, but it's like every life situation has its difficulties. Like, there's no point at which thank you, unknown. There's no point at which we just no longer have hardships or frustrations. It's like, it doesn't really matter. Like, you could be a millionaire and I don't know, like, be with the true love of your life. Like, all of the things that people think that are gonna ultimately make them happy. Like, yeah, there are people who are like consistently happy, but like, it doesn't necessarily come from external things is the thing. Like, happiness is something, well, you know, like the happiness is an inside job, but I feel like it's true. Basically, it is true. Like, you have to cultivate happiness from inside. I definitely struggle with a lot of anxiety. I'm grateful that I have a therapist who helps me to talk through my anxiety and gives me permission. It's okay to have my feelings. But yeah, I guess it's radical acceptance, right? When we start to realize, like, life is never going to be perfect, but we can appreciate what's good about, you know, the life that we do have. That's exactly what I heard a psychologist say on her YouTube video, that whatever life you have, it will always have its own set of issues that go with it. Yeah. Yep. And that there is no life where it's completely free of... See, I start reading and then the chat disappears. Completely free of issues to deal with. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. And I don't know. I get people calling me for tarot readings asking about their relationship or their job, and it's like, basically the idea of like, well, if I get into a new job, I won't have to deal with this thing. Well, like, yeah, you won't have to deal with that specific obnoxious coworker, but there will be something else, you know? So it's like we have to weigh the balance of like, well, how bad is it? Is it like a truly toxic workplace, or is it, you know, like a workplace where it's like, well, there's this frustration, but it's a frustration I could deal with if I just wanted to, like, if I learned better coping mechanisms or something, I don't know, or like learn how to let it roll off my back, basically, right? I personally have never had a job where there were 0 coworkers that bothered me. And maybe that says something about me, but I think also it just says something about like life. Like there are always going to be like people that you just don't see eye to eye with, or that are frustrating, or that are lazy, or whatever it happens to be. You've got a toxic boss, you know, like people like that like to become bosses, don't they? They like to move up into the managerial positions so that they can do that very thing. So, and then you have some who are golden, you know. So anyway, this life, we gotta pay our bills. I'm grateful, and I had come to the point, just for honesty, like last year, I had started seeing, even though I love doing tarot readings and I get to be autonomous and have my own business, I had come to take it for granted to an extreme of like almost seeing this work as a burden. And God struck me down. So learn from me so you don't have to experience it yourself. Do not be so lacking in gratitude that God has to strike you down to the degree that I was. It is quite humbling, and I had to be humbled. Didn't feel good. Did not feel good. But, you know, it's I have compared myself a lot to Jonah in this process. I say, like, you know, God put Jonah into the belly of a whale or a big, big fish. God put me into the belly of a Chrysler Pacifica. And, you know, because it's like I wasn't living purposefully anymore. And it's funny, and I just, you know, you learn a lesson and then you forget it. It's like, I learned that living purposefully made me happier, and then I lost my ability. I got out of alignment, basically. Thank you, Rach. I don't know if I can find it right now, but I'd already been using that metaphor. And one day I was at the library, I was sitting outside in my car, and I was crying. I don't remember what at this moment I was stressed about specifically, but I'm a crier regardless of what's happened this past year. It's just like I cry sometimes and I just have to let it out. But I was just sitting in my car crying, and I guess they'd had some sort of origami group meeting at the library or something. I didn't know anything about it, but this woman came out. She parked next to me. She must have seen me. I don't know. And then she came out a little while later, and she came up to me and she said, "I just thought I would give this to you." It was an origami whale shark, she said, which I had never heard of a whale shark. And apparently it's like a huge shark, as big as a whale. And it made me wonder, like, first of all, I felt like it was a sign, because I really was losing hope. I think that's what I was going through, because I'd had some like false hopes of like how to get out of this situation at that point, and I was like, wow, I felt despair, you know, because it's like everything I was trying wasn't working. And I think it was God reassuring me, you know, that I would be safe in this process, to give me that origami whale shark. And also specifically because it reminded me again of Jonah, which I'd already been kind of like feeling this comparison to. Because people make a big deal of the fact that in the Bible it says big fish. It doesn't say whale. It says he was swallowed by a big fish or something like that. Well, what if it was a whale shark? You know, because they're big enough to swallow a human, maybe. I don't know. They're as big as a whale. I guess there are different sizes of whales, but like a shark is a fish, right? It's not a whale. So anyway, I am finally going to get to group 3 here. Sorry, I got off on a tandem. Team Crybaby. Yeah, me too. Like, I have also embraced it because it's just catharsis. Like, I have to cry sometimes. I'm a moon in Capricorn, but my moon is square to Pluto, and also my moon is in the 12th house. It's also close to Mars. It depends on how many orbs people allow, if it's a conjunction, but like, people talk about moon in Capricorn, like holding things in, which I do compartmentalize a lot, because sometimes I just can't even manage the everyday of reality if I didn't. But the fact that my moon is square to Pluto, it just like, I have to have that emotional catharsis. Like, I gotta let that SHAT out sometimes. Can't hold it in. Aw, Triss has a 12th house Capricorn moon too. I hope yours is not square to Pluto, because, but yeah, 12th house Capricorn moon, like, it's a lot. Okay. Unknown says, I wonder if my ex will be humbled. He's hurt me and previous exes, and yet people think he's so great because he's giving, but I know the pain he's caused. Well, maybe. I mean, sometimes people get their karma and sometimes they don't. Like, you know, God sees what God can do with a person. You know, like, can that person be molded? You know, like Jonah was refusing to do what God wanted, but God knew that he could get Jonah to do it, you know, but he would have to force him into, he would have to humble Jonah and put him into difficult circumstances. So some people really can't be humbled. Like, they can't be molded. Like, they're too prideful or too arrogant. It wouldn't matter what you did, they wouldn't change. So I guess I'm like giving myself a little bit of credit here that God at least understood that I was a person who could change. But I feel scared sometimes. I'm like, you know, again, I don't want to talk too much about it, but I feel like my life is turning around now. Like, I feel more, I have a sense of hope. Like, I have a pathway to get where I need to be, but I don't want to talk about it too much. But, you know, what if I get back to stability and lose that gratitude again, or like become complacent or whatever, or get out of alignment again? I mean, I don't want God to strike me down like this again, you know? So, I mean, you gotta change. Like, if you don't want to have to go through it again, I don't want to, this has been bottom for me. Like, I don't want to go further than this. Not Pluto, but it's conjunct Neptune. Well, that's like an extra intense conjunct Neptune and in the 12th house. I bet you are psychic or extremely sensitive. All right. I keep saying that. I'm going to start. This is one of the ways I clear energy on my hands, because there's salt in saliva. Sorry, it's gross. Nobody's touching these decks but me. It's okay. All right, so group 3, you chose the Edgar Allan Poe deck. Good choice. And I think this was the one that had the 2 of Cups on the bottom. So we'll see how that pairs out. And then I'm going to start with your fortune cookie, just like I did with the other group. I'm tempted to eat this fortune cookie. I didn't eat the other ones. Well, this is a good fortune, I think. A lifetime of serenity is yours to discover. It's yours to discover. But I think that this fortune is it's couching you in the hero's journey. In the hero's journey. Yeah, you can discover a lifetime of serenity. But what dragons must you slay along the way? Well, I think that what it's saying is even if you don't find a lasting relationship, you'll find serenity. So that's good. But now we're going to use tarot to ask this specific question. Will group 3 find lasting love? Will group 3 find lasting love? Okay, I'm doing a yes or no spread. So we've got the Empress upright. We had that in another reading. Oh, we've got the 5 of Cups upright. And we've got the Hangman upright. So you're the first group that had all 3 cards upright. So that is a very strong yes. These are, 2 of these are a bit of a difficult card, but we'll get into it. A lifetime of serenity. Dang. So people watching this after it in the playback, when you went to use the timestamp, you probably didn't listen to the long preamble that led up, the little talk exchange that happened before this reading started, group 3, but specifically before the timestamp. If you roll it back to like 10 minutes before the timestamp, we're talking about basically like radical acceptance and how like nothing in life is perfect. Actually, that subject has come up a few times in this live stream, but I feel like with you, there's something about your journey to this lasting love, which you will have. And the Empress, of course, this is Venus energy. It shows you having that, but and I think for you, it might be connected with family. And I just saw 12222 on the time when I was about to say that. So master number going on, 12222. There's something that cements this that's more than just you two being a couple. I feel like there's a family connection, that maybe you do have kids, and I didn't get that in the other ones. But the other thing that I was going to say is that this reminds me of a person who has had that radical acceptance and really enjoys life because they understand that nothing in life is perfect. And when trouble arises in life, you are a couple that confronts those troubles together. And also you're a couple that neither of you are going to just run from the relationship just because there are struggles either. You'll work through them. You'll make the sacrifice. I definitely feel this is till death do you part. And I know that that was the topic, is like lasting love. That's probably what most people specifically meant. But this to me feels the most of all of the groups, because we don't have to get married for a relationship to last, right? I don't know that I necessarily want to get married again. But I hope to find someone that I can have like lasting companionship with. But your group feels more to me like married couple, settled down, has a family, has extended family unit around, you know, like you've created abundance together. That's what it feels like to me. And it's till death do us part. Like, one of you is going to widow the other. You know what I mean? Like, sorry to be morbid, but like, one of you is going to pass on before the other, but like it will be, you know, and that person who is left, will mourn the other spouse for the rest of their life. And I don't think they'll remarry. Not that that's bad, but I'm just saying that, like, it feels like that to me. This is real, like, monogamy supreme. But yeah, I mean, like, I feel like the two of you will struggle a lot with certain circumstances in life. Like, there could be calamities that befall the family or whatever, like maybe someone gets sick or stuff like that, that just comes up from time to time. You know, like, I do get the feeling of, as a couple, you all having to be a strength for each other because difficult things happen. I feel like your relationship isn't necessarily the source of the difficulty as much. You know, there's a lot of loyalty between the two of you and a lot of understanding. And I think that you both are the kind of people, too, that have a full life separately from each other as well. So it's not like you have to be joined at the hip. I do feel like there's a lot of togetherness here, but what I'm just saying is, like, you don't need the other person as your sole source of validation. Like, you both got a lot going on, but I feel like one of you is probably, I don't know, one of you might have a home-based business, or maybe the two of you are involved in realty together, or you have a home-based business together, or someone is a homemaker. There's something here, like one person here is either a homemaker or there's a home-based business that one or both of you is involved in. Someone, like, works from home a lot. I think there's someone else who, like, gets out a lot. Like, has to leave a lot for work as well. I'm not sure why I'm picking up on that. All right, any advice for group 3? Okay. I feel like the two of you are almost like the matriarch and patriarch. Oh, we both work from home and I'm in realty. Interesting. So, I feel like the two of you are like the matriarch and patriarch of either your extended family or the community or the neighborhood or something like that, because I feel almost like this whole cast of characters comes to your home. Like, maybe it feels like, you know, like Dan and Roseanne from the Connors, where they've all got all these people in their kitchen. Like, some are family, but some are like maybe neighbors or co-workers. It's like, but like, people are coming into your home a lot or something. Rach is laughing at that. Maybe you're inviting people over to play cards or something. I don't know what's going on, but, like, I feel like you all are like a cornerstone couple. Do you know what I mean by cornerstone couple? Like, some couples are just like the cornerstone of the neighborhood or the cornerstone of the family. Yes, I know, it is such a good show. Rach was commenting, just for people who are watching it later, Rach was commenting that Roseanne brings back a lot of good memories. But yeah, I think a lot of people will sort of congregate around the two of you as a couple because they kind of, like, want what you have. Because it's a good life. Yeah, people will be like, how did they do it? How did they create this life? How did they create this abundance? How do they have this family unit? Yeah, people will really, like, see the two of you as couple goals, I guess. But, like, they'll not be able to figure it out. A lot of people will just be like, I don't know how to figure out how to have what they have. But that's okay, because I think not everyone is meant to have what you have. And these people will go off and, you know what it is? I don't know why you need to hear that, but lots of people will want to emulate the life that you have created with your spouse, because I feel like it's spouse. And they won't, but it's because that's not what is actually meant for them. Why does group 3 need to know this? Well, I think it's almost like a recognition that everybody needs to have here, that like other people can find their own calling in different ways. Like we all find our calling in different ways, and we all come into each other's lives. You and your spouse are really going to touch so many people's lives, as a couple and as individuals, but like you're coming through as such a unit. And it's like these other cast of characters have meaning for you too. They bring meaning into your life. I feel like a lot of solo, the two of you are not solo people, but you may attract a lot of lone wolf types. And you're like, but these lone wolves will spend time thinking they're supposed to have what you have, and then finally they have to figure out, well, that's not what I was ever supposed to have anyway. And being okay with it. But there's something that you're supposed to learn in this process as well. Because I think that you see a lot, you may attract a lot of people who have pain, like lots of pain. And I feel like you and your spouse both, you have a lot of compassion for the people you see who have that particular type of life journey where they have to experience a lot of pain. I don't really know what the message is for you, but maybe it's just about understanding the interconnectedness of, like some people just have to have the lives that they have to have. Okay. Yeah. So, do we want to know anything about timing for group 3? I get the 3 of Wands. We have a swirling energy. You have this ship here, and a swirling energy. I think that the two of you are probably already in each other's vortex, so to speak. So it could be that you're, if you're not already involved with this person, like maybe you are a member of the same school, maybe you're the member of the same neighborhood or workplace or something, like you have friends in common or something that already connects you. But it's like, if you're not already with this person, like you have something that connects you, but the very thing that already connects you in a way could be something that can sort of keep you apart as well. So it could be workplace for some of you, because that's typical of a workplace. It brings us together, but it does make it more complicated to start a relationship as well. But it could be something else too, like that brings you together, but also kind of holds the two of you at a distance. But I mean, in the end, you will end up together, because I've already told the journey. You're going to be couple goals, cornerstone couple. All right. So that's what I've got. I guess we could just chat a little bit more. End reading. That was fun. It was an hour and a half. Not too bad. I'm going to eat a little bit more. Guy on a bike. I can't ride a bike. I do not have any sense of balance. I have 2 more fortune cookies. We could do something fun with those just to see what they are, maybe. Anybody have any excellent meals lately? I watched a really cool movie yesterday. Beetlejuice. Like, I didn't even know this was out. Didn't know anything about it. Hadn't been to the movies in a long time. I was just like, I gotta do something other than just sit in my car playing games and doing tarot readings. I do other things too, like I exercise most days of the week. And I study. I'm studying for something right now. But anyway, I looked up the movie theater here where I live, and they had Beetlejuice, which apparently is the sequel to Beetlejuice from back in the, was it the 80s or 90s? It was a really good movie. A great, funny, like, kind of cheesy, but I don't know what adjectives to give it. It's a great Halloween movie. Also, talking about nostalgia. Bring back some nostalgia. Beetlejuice is an old movie, and it's funny, the character Beetlejuice is so, like, not PC. Never was, but, like, it's interesting watching it, like, knowing not just his character, but the movie as a whole has a lot of, like, this isn't quite PC, politically correct. But I guess they get away with it because it's like, well, this is how the movie was, you know, like, gotta be accurate. But yeah, I'd forgotten this about the original one, but apparently Beetlejuice, he's a demon who gets summoned. And he tried to marry Winona Ryder's character when she was just a teenager. And so they talk about that, but it's like, he's just this very non-PC guy, but at the same time, like, he's very he has a sort of sense of his own integrity or something, you know, like, he does save her in this movie from something, like, anyway, I don't want to give any spoilers, but oh, this is great. I pulled a fortune cookie for me. Maybe it's for you too. Do you feel like it's for you before I tell you what it says? Nobody's talking. There's 3 people here right now. Well, it says, you'll embark on a journey of personal growth and transformation this year. Okay, Rachel, it's for you as well. It doesn't focus very well. Anyway, it says, you'll embark on a journey of personal growth and transformation this year. Yeah, I can see that happening. If what I think is going to be my future that I'm trying to create, then definitely. We had one more fortune. One more fortune cookie. If anybody has a question they want to ask or just want to claim the fortune cookie. For anyone watching who wanted to know about a current connection, I'm going to state that as what this fortune cookie will be about. Give us guidance about our current connection. Well, the first thing I actually read was on the back where it says, don't miss out on your chance to win big. Does it say that on the back of all of them? No. And then it gives you the lucky numbers. Don't miss out on your chance to win big. The other ones say something different on the back. The other ones say your next Chinese meal will bring you more cookies. And then it gives you your lucky numbers. Yeah. All of the other ones that I picked up have said that. But this one says don't miss out on your chance to win big. So there's something good about the current connection you're in. Oh, and the fortune is when both feet are planted firmly, nothing can shake you. When both feet are planted firmly, nothing can shake you. Yeah, so I would say like stick it out with this current person and